Hi, parents and families. I am just reaching out to touch base with everyone. Today is our parent teacher conference day, and I know some of you are not able to attend a conference today, and that is okay because life is always happening. However, this video is just going to be a video loaded with a lot of information since we were not able to have our parent teacher conferences after the first quarter. I know that with the ransomware attack, that kind of put a fork in the road with a lot of technological issues and issues with getting into Schoology. So this video is just going to help us all get in the swing and get back up and running again smoothly with our technology. However, I'm just going to jump right in, and like I said, I always like to create these videos for you guys as more of a resource to benefit you all at home. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to touch base with a lot of different things. So today, since it is conference day, I know some of you may have questions about academics, and definitely some technology and Schoology issues. So I'm just going to kind of target a lot of the technology and Schoology problems. And then, I'm always here. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, don't ever hesitate to reach out through an email or just reach out or call or text me, okay? So basically, since we had that last ransomware attack, I know that that really kind of made things a little funny. So when we are together virtually, every day students always have assignments or activities located in Schoology. Well, since we had that ransomware attack, Schoology and BCPS is different. Okay, so I am just going to take us out and kind of show you the way that we are getting into BCPS and Schoology these days. So I'm just going to move my little screen over here. So basically, when we are accessing BCPS and Schoology, the very first thing that you guys want to make sure that you are doing is you want to make sure that you are signing in. So basically on your child's computer, you should see like when they are logging in just to get into their computer, they have their username and their password. However, when you guys are accessing the internet, you may see something that looks just like this. And this is just kind of something that's more of like, all right, hey, like let's sign in. So if they're accessing like Google or just any programming through the internet, you might see the window that says the Microsoft sign in. So basically what that's going to look like, you will see the sign in where you see the email. Now, this is where you take your child's username, okay? So that username may be something that they're using to log in to get into their computers. You have to make sure when you are signing in that you have the @bcps.org attached to it, okay? So just like for mine, I have my username, but then I have the @bcps.org, okay? So you want to make sure you're having them, they have their username or their email, and then for passwords, now this password that your child will be using is the same password that was given to your child at the beginning of the school year. If you are unaware or not sure what that password is, just reach out to me and I have access to everyone's password so I can help you guys out. So basically, once that is all done, when you have that email and password logged in, that's going to give you access to your child's Google account, okay? So then once you have that, it makes life a lot easier by getting into BCPS. Now, we were so used to at the beginning of the school year doing BCPS 1, but now this website, and I'm going to be sending out this resource for you guys so that way it makes life a lot easier. So when you have this, when I send it out an email, you guys can just click on this link and it will direct you right to that after you are signing in on your child's computer. So basically, we're using bcps.schoology.org. And what that looks like is when you use this link, that will take you to your child's Schoology course page, okay? We are no longer using BCPS 1. And I'm actually gonna, my computer might look a little silly for just a moment, but I'm going to minimize a lot of this and show you exactly what Schoology looks like. So of course, mine is going to look a little different compared to what your child's may look like. So we have all of our courses. We have homeroom, we have reading, math, health, social studies, science, and all of that stuff. So basically, I'm actually going to um, just click through a lot of our courses so that way you guys have a gist of where to find a lot of resources. Just because I know with that last ransomware attack, it kind of caused a lot of issues, and I know a lot of you are probably just frustrated and just kind of started to check out from utilizing a lot of these resources. So a good little refresher never hurts anyone. So basically, in homeroom, homeroom is what I call the parent resources. Usually I don't have students access homeroom just because this is where I store a lot of resources that are beneficial for you guys at home. So basically, here in this, we have all of the schedules. So if you one day are unaware, or if you have someone else supervising your child at home, this folder is very helpful to kind of give them a guide of like where your child is doing on a given day. Here we have those weekly assignments, and I'm going to actually click on this so that way it walks you guys through. Every week, I create what's called weekly assignments because every day when we are logged on, your child is doing a lot of different activities and all of that. However, this is why having your child logged in to BCPS is helpful because or I'm sorry, logged in with their username and password, just like I showed you, is helpful because if we are in class, so this week I have it here, and this is all linkable too, so you guys can just click on the given days, and then again, it's all linked. So if one day they're out of school because they miss, this is very helpful resource because they can just look at this, or you guys can look over it with them and see, well, on Monday we learned about the letter B, and when they click on the actual website or that link, it takes them to that activity. Okay. Now, the main reason why I had shared why it is important to make sure that they are logged on within their username, their username or email and password is because a lot of times when teachers are working with your child, we copy and paste the puzzle piece link. Every day when we are working on activities, this puzzle piece is very beneficial. This is where their assignments that they have to do on each day. So basically, if they are not logged in, they will not be able to access their show what you know activities, okay? So I'm just kind of showing you like an example. So like for Monday for phonics, we learned about the new letter B. So they had to record the sound that B makes. So basically making sure that they are all logged in is a beneficial way to have them all kind of in the same loop and making sure that their work is getting completed. Because a lot of times, if your child is not logged in permanently through BCPS or Schoology, every time I copy and paste a link from like their puzzle piece link from Schoology, this is what they will see, okay? And for 5 and 6-year-olds, this is crazy stuff right here, trying to have them constantly log in, using their email and password. It's a lot. So basically, that's just kind of something that I wanted to go over with you guys. Now, what I did want to share with you to make life easier, now this is going to look a little crazy because I'm showing you the actual internet website where you would type in that BCPS Schoology. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start a new tab because sometimes just showing you guys the resources is just really helpful. So here I have the website actually bookmarked. And what that means, now again, mine looks a little different because, I'm the teacher and your guys' is, I know your child's Schoology or BCPS Schoology page is going to look different. But what I want you guys to look at is up here. So here I have that bcps.schoology.com. Now, in the website or in the little internet browser, what you can do is you click on that star, okay? Now, if I unclick it, that's going to say, well, that's not bookmarked. But when you click on that star, what this is called bookmarking. It will bookmark this website and it will make life a lot easier because it will show up here at the top. So that way it takes away from your child having to constantly log in and type in their username and password every time. So here, when I just type it in, it just pops up automatically. But then I'm actually going to move my little screen. And like I said, guys, it's looking a little silly on your end. But here, anytime I bookmark a website that I constantly use, I can click on this little arrow and then it shows me all of my bookmark website. So here I have Schoology, and guess what? That takes away from me having to constantly log in and log out every day. So that's just another thing that I kind of wanted to throw out there for you guys. So I'm going to make my computer screen not look so silly and jump back into some other things that we can chat about. So basically, that's just everything for accessing BCPS and Schoology. I know that was a lot of information just kind of thrown out there for you, but it is different after we had that ransomware attack. And I will be sending in your email a lot of like a PDF of how to get into BCPS and Schoology, so it's short and sweet and helpful for you guys to have as a resource. The next thing I wanted to kind of briefly go over is Raz Plus. Now, Raz Plus is a program. It's a phonetic and reading program that's very interactive. Considering that we are in the virtual school year, it's a very interactive resource for you guys to have at home and also for your child to have access to books. So basically what that's going to look like is I'm actually going to take us out of this eventually. But when your child is logging into Raz Plus, and this Raz Plus login is a different login and username that you guys will receive later today. I will send out those username and passwords so that way you guys can have they can access this more on their own at home. So basically with Raz Plus, your child, once they are logged in, will see a screen that looks just like this. Okay, now with this screen we see what's called Level Up. Now Level Up, now this program is all about kind of, reading at their ability level. So, we might have students who are still working on letter identification and letter sounds. And guess what? That's okay because there's resources and books that are based on their level to help them meet their goal. So basically, it's just them doing reading activities. So there's stories that can pair with a lot of reading components like identifying characters, sequence events, just reviewing sight words. There's a lot of hands-on activities that are a part of all of this for them at home. Also, too, here we see my assignment. Now, there are books that myself can assign to your child based on their reading level with targeted activities. So, for example, if there is a child that is just having a little bit of difficulty sequencing events, I can assign books and then have them practice sequencing events activities paired with a book on their reading level. Also here, this is what's called reading room. So anytime a child has a leveled reader, whether it's a level A, B, C, whatever the case may be, this reading room, it gives them the opportunity to have access to books based on their reading level. Like with anything, practice makes perfect, and giving them that exposure will be very beneficial. This here is called flight check. So sometimes, whether we're in phonics groups or reading, sometimes I know it has been a little tricky for some friends to get access into this because it does have that login and password that is different from their BCPS